Hello everyone, I'm Xiao Gang. Okay, in this lesson, we'll demonstrate the WebSocket plugin we wrote. Alright, so how do we demonstrate it? We've already packaged it here. It's already packaged. First, let's show you the effect. Let's start one here. Let's assume this is our server side. Because we have both server and client sides, we didn't separate them because we want to make development or usage easier. We wrote it all into one plugin. It can act as both a server and a client we can connect to ourselves. It's completely fine. Let's assume the left side is the server. Then we open two clients. The right side is our first client, the first client. Then in the bottom right corner, this is our second client. Help me move this. Adjust the position. Okay, after you write it, then you should be able to get something like this. Next, let's start our server. We start our server. Okay, it started successfully. Actually, there's no log here. You can try typing something. It's fine. Then we'll directly let it connect to this server. Because we are all on the local machine now. See, the connection was successful. Then our second client. We also connected successfully. Over here on the right side of the client, it shows we have connected to a server here. So the ID of this client is this. The server connection is this. The corresponding front part is this. You can see that the server here corresponds to this link. And we have some logs here. For example, now we are on the client side. We send a message. Oh, we send a message in Chinese. It should be possible to send Chinese, but generally we don't send Chinese. Clients 1. Okay, we send it through. You can see it was received here. It holds that the server received client 1 on this link, no problem. Now we send from client 2. We send it. You see, it was received. It indicates that we sent a message from client 2. Now we reply to client number 1. I mean, you are client number 1. Okay. Then we give him player 001. Okay, we send it. Because we can see he has already received it. We can pull it up. This place. We wrote this wrong. Sorry. Even I find it confusing. It is this message. Let's send it again. Or use client number 001. Now we send a message to number 002. Yup, client number 002. Isn't it? So now if the client sends a message to all ends, you all clients, send us all a message like this. You all clients, client, all of you, exit now. Okay. Then we send it to all messages. You can see that he has already received this message here. And then he says that client number 1 starts to exit. Okay. We send it directly. He will know. So at this point, we call this here. I think it should be drop close. It should be the drop close method. It's closed. Look, the link here is gone. Isn't that amazing? Then here we say client number 2 requests the server to exit. That is, let the server close this connection. Instead of closing it itself, we send it to him. And after it's sent over, this client then says you, the server, close it yourself. I don't want to close it. You close it for me. You close it yourself. So let's turn it off. You can see it's also being monitored here. So this is our, based on our plug card, WebSocket server to build a communication system. This allows our server, between the client and the server, to exchange information with each other. Of course, this is not a very standard commercial solution, but the idea is commercial. This kind of idea. Alright, so we'll demonstrate this effect here. Then let's take a quick look at the blueprint. Because this awareness is quite complex. Let's first take a quick look at the blueprint, so everyone can have a general understanding. Okay, let's briefly see how the blueprint is connected. First, we have a UMG. UMG is our canvas. Just put 2. One is for the client, one is for the server. Here we mainly focus on convenience for development, convenience for demonstration. We write them together. Actually, in your actual project, you definitely wouldn't write it like I do. Right, that is, you would definitely have some parts that only serve as the server. Some of it only acts as a client. Okay, so let's look at the server first. And this UMG is this box. It's essentially just defining a piece of information. They have these fields inside. So it's actually just some parameters. You can modify the fields above. There's not much to see here unless close it. We mainly look at this panel. This panel has many buttons. Right, let's look at the constructor first. Inside the constructor function, let's go to our constructor function. This is really quite complicated. To be honest, in this place, we get our server. If we bind in the server subsystem, this is our server side. The server side has several interfaces. That is, when a new connection comes in, then this event will be triggered. When there is this connection, when a connection error occurs, this event will be triggered. Then, when a connection receives information, this is the event. Then when this thing is closed, this is the world. Is this thing very serious? Is it related to our WeCi kink? Very serious. Then we can take a look at this method. You can see that when it connects successfully, then we will create our collection. Right, we will create a collection, a widget. When it fails to connect, we do nothing because a failure might mean you need to handle it properly. Or other failures. It may appear. We'll just ignore it. Let's just connect it first. Then when it receives the message, we will add a message like this. Then, when we hook these into the UI, we need to clear these things. Okay, this part is for clearing the corresponding information. This method is bound here. That is, the corresponding event is cleared. That is, the dynamically allocated resources need to be released. That's the idea. Then this button is used to start the server like this, stop the server. Send message to all servers. Then this sends a message to the specified server. We rolled up to here. This is written up to here. This button, these two buttons, you can see it here. Okay, then you can see here we will have a server side. The server will have a GUID. Once you get this ID, you can find it inside our actual connection like this. Then you pay attention to it. You can also directly pass this ID to close it. So this way of thinking is very important. The client is actually the same because this thing is written quite well. So I must share it with everyone in this chapter. Okay. The client is the same. Connect to the server. Then disconnect all connections. Then this is our specific. One client vows can connect to multiple servers. That is no problem. You can connect to the logic server while maintaining a long connection with the gateway, or connect to other servers. Maintain a persistent long connection, no problem. We support this. That is one-to-many. This is a many-to-many communication plugin, but when we demonstrate it, we can only demonstrate one-to-one because it's too complex in practice. It wouldn't be good for learning. Okay, so this is the same. When the client connects successfully, this will be triggered. We then add a UI, right, when he keeps losing. We didn't write anything, so just ignore him. You can print a log or something. Then, when we receive the message, also add it. Then here, that is when we close it. If we close it here, we add a close such a message. It's still relatively simple. Tasks like these at the upper level are usually done by blueprint by junior programmers. As for us, our general goal is to be at the mid to senior level. We mainly write the underlying C++ communication framework. This means that sometimes these things need to be separated. If your UI is not separated like this, it will be troublesome. This is the address we are connecting to. Right, and then you can see here, this thing actually passes a specified collection ID. Okay, this collection ID and the server collection ID, they have a corresponding relationship. This correspondence definitely only exists on the server, but the client must also know it. Okay, then we will briefly stop here for this lesson. Don't think this blueprint is simple to write, but the idea of interaction throughout the entire process. It contains a certain essence of network communication. It is in this place. We integrated it with eFlag, integrated with widgets, integrated various encryption and authentication methods. Finally, we combined it with the UE mechanism. So this is a very complex process. Alright, let's stop here. Thank you everyone.